Grace and peace, family and friends, and to all my brothers and sisters who may be tuning in to this video this morning. I say, first of all, good morning to you. I pray all is well with you and your families. I pray that the Lord is blessing you and keeping you while we're going through this pandemic and while you're going through anything else you may be dealing with in your life at this present time. This is another day that the Lord has made, and we owe it to him to rejoice and be glad in it, no matter what our day or this very day may bring into our lives. We give his name all the honor, glory, and praise for his goodness, for his grace, and for his mercy on us and towards us each and every day. Again, this is Reverend Sanford D. Dickerson Jr. bringing you the Victorious Life Word for today. And the Victorious Life Word for this day is don't break faith. Don't break faith. Deuteronomy 32:49-51 says this. This is Jesus, or this is God speaking to, I believe, Moses. Go up this mountain of Abram, Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, opposite Jericho, and view the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the people of Israel for a possession. And die on the mountain which you go up, and be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered to his people, because you broke faith with me in the midst of the people of Israel, at the waters of Merib Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, and because you did not treat me as holy in the midst of the people of Israel. My brothers and sisters, family and friends, whenever you have asked God to bring you through something, or a petition for whatever you need him to do, and once you have taken your stand, having done all to stand by faith in faith, it is imperative that no matter how things look, and no matter what you hear or have been told, and especially no matter how long it appears to be taking God in your mind to answer your prayer, you must never, yes, I say again, you must never allow your faith to be broken, lose faith, give up on your faith, or in other words, break faith. In the passage I just read to you in Deuteronomy chapter 32, you will see that Moses is giving the Israelites his farewell dissertation, encouraging them and warning them as they are preparing to go over into the promised land, which flows with milk and honey, to continue following God's laws and statutes, and all that the Lord has commanded them to do. And as he does, he also informs them that he will not be going with them because he disobeyed God at the waters of Merib Kadesh, where God told Moses to speak to the rock, and the water will come forth to quench the thirst of the complaining Israelites. You can find that story in Numbers chapter 20, where God told Moses to speak to the rock to quench the thirst of the complaining Israelites. In Exodus chapter 17, he told Moses to strike the rock. When the Israelites complained again, by the time you get around Numbers 20, when the Israelites are complaining and whining again about not having water, this time God told Moses to strike the rock. To speak to the rock. Well, Moses didn't speak to the rock. He struck the rock. And though the water came out and the Israelites' thirst was quenched, that angered God, that he did not respect God and did not honor him in front of the people by showing him or hallow him. In other words, having respect for him, showing the glory of God in front of the people, having faith that he would speak to the rock and the water would gush out. He didn't do that. And so God was very angry. He disobeyed God, and God was very angry at Moses. And therefore, if you read the story, God told him he will not, from that point on, go over to the promised land. And so Moses is letting them, in his dissertation about following God's laws, letting the Israelites know that because he disobeyed God at the waters of Mir Kadesh, where God told Moses to speak to the rock and water will come forth and quench the thirst of the complaining Israelites, that he will not be going over with them. All right, so you can check that out in Numbers chapter 20. I also encourage you to read Exodus 17, and also then read Numbers chapter 20. You'll get the gist of what's going on in the story, why Moses was not, if you didn't know, you'll then know why Moses was not allowed to go into the promised land. Anyway, however, Moses let his anger over the negative circumstances of the murmuring and complaining Israelites to overpower him, and he struck the rock instead. Again, you'll see that in Numbers chapter 20. He got angry at the people because they were complaining again. And even after God told him to speak to the rock, he allowed his anger for the people, over the people, to overpower him, and he disobeyed God, and he struck the rock. Anyway, and though water came gushing out of the rock, my brothers and sisters, God got very angry with Moses and declared to him right there on the spot that because he broke faith, that's what happened, he broke faith with God, or didn't remain faithful before the people by striking the rock instead of speaking to it, he would not be going over to the promised land, but that he would die right there on Mount Nebo where he was. Again, you can read this in Numbers chapter 20. Let this be a lesson to all of us, my brothers and sisters, family, friends, that when you're standing in faith, believing and trusting God to move on our behalf or on your behalf, you must not waver, you must not cave in, and you must not quit. For when we do, you are quitting on God. And I dare say and believe that though God is merciful, and he is, gracious and kind, and forgiving, he gets angry, I believe, when we allow the negative circumstances around us to make us back off what we are believing God for, becoming double-minded, and then what? We break faith or allow our faith to be broken. James 1:5-8 tells us this: if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberty and without reproach, and it will be given him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. Why? Because he or she is double-minded, man or woman, and unstable in all his or her ways. My brothers and sisters, family and friends, we all need to take heed to the example of Moses. Moment of faithlessness and warning of James 1:5-8. Don't break faith, or don't allow your faith to be broken no matter what the negative circumstance is going on around you, or no matter what negative circumstance or situation that you're dealing with in your life, or not seeing things happen as fast as you want to see it happen as you prayed to God about it. Don't allow your faith, and don't let the naysayers, whatever they're saying, cause you to break faith or allow your faith to be broken. Don't break faith, no matter what. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Do not allow your faith to be broken or get broken. Don't break faith, what you've been standing on with God and believing God for to come to pass in your life, or to bring to pass in your life. Don't break faith. Don't allow your faith to be broken. Keep on trusting, keep on believing God, and obey and do whatever God instructs you to do as you stand. Romans 15:4 says this: for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through the patience and comfort of scriptures might have hope. My brothers and sisters, family, friends, just like everything in the Bible was written for our learning, the Moses story is the example written for our learning of what not to do. And what we're not to do, my brothers, is break faith like Moses did. Yes, it's easy. We can all do it if we allow ourselves to get caught up in things we know we shouldn't be caught up in. If we allow circumstances around us to overtake us and overpower us, overwhelm us like Moses did. He allowed the circumstance of the complaining Israelites who are constantly complaining, always whining about this, always whining about it. No matter what God had done for them in the past, they were constantly whining and complaining as Moses was trying to lead them over to the promised land. And, I get it. Moses got tired of it. He got tired of it. And he allowed his anger to overpower him. He allowed the situation and circumstances, the negative situation and circumstances to overcome him. Therefore, he disobeyed God and did not do what God told him to do. And therefore, he got distracted. Had he spoken to the rock, water would have come out just like God said it would. And Moses probably would have gone over to the promised land. But because he disobeyed God, because he got distracted, because he lost his focus, because he didn't honor God before the people and do exactly what God told him to do by faith, to speak to the rock, he struck it instead. He let his anger get the best of him. My brothers and sisters, family, friends, whatever you do, don't allow your negative circumstances, problems you're dealing with in your life, situations, all the negativity that may be around you, anything that you may hear from the naysayers, any negative reports you may get, no matter what you do, as you're standing believing God for whatever it is you're standing and believing God for, do not let the negative circumstances that's surrounding you, that you have to deal with, that you have to put up with, cause you to break faith or have your faith broken or stop walking and living by faith. For when you do, you cannot expect to receive anything from the Lord. Why? Because you're being double-minded. Don't break faith. Don't allow your faith to be broken. Stand, having done all to stand. Stand until you see it. Stand, having done all to stand. Believing it, confessing it, receiving it, walking by faith, not by sight. But standing until you see it. Standing no matter what. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're being told. If you believe you're healed, you stand believing you're healed. No matter what the doctor says. You believe your bills are going to be paid, you believe your bill's paid. That bill was going to be paid or whatever. Or you're going to have the finances to pay a particular bill when it's time to pay it, the bill. You believe it. You believe you put in for an application or something that you're going to get a particular job that you're requesting. You believe it. I don't care what you're hearing. No matter what's going on. You believe you're getting a particular promotion you put in for. You believe you're going to get it. You prayed about it. Believe it. Continue to believe it, no matter what you're hearing. In other words, do whatever you're asking God for, wherever you're believing God for, whatever you're standing in faith for God for. Do not let negative circumstances around you you're dealing with, that you're hearing, negative reports, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what somebody's telling you, what any naysayers have to say about whatever you're praying God for and believing God for to come to pass. Do not allow them to distract you. Do not allow them to make you lose your focus. Do not allow them to allow you to let your faith be broken or get broken in any way, or lose faith in any way, shape, or form. My brothers and sisters, family, friends, whatever you do, don't break faith. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to this video. I pray that this message has blessed you, has encouraged you, that you'll be able to use it as you're dealing with your circumstances and problems or whatever it is that you need faith for, whatever you're believing God for, that you will remember to, no matter what's going on around you, that you will not allow your faith to be broken, that you will not break faith or what you're standing on and believing God to bring it past in your life. Remember this, my brothers and sisters, family, friends, all things are possible to him, to her, to those of them that believe. Why? Because there's absolutely, positively nothing too hard for the Lord. Never stop praying, never stop believing, never, ever give up. Why? Because your healing and your miracle and your deliverance is on its way as long as you don't break faith or allow your faith to be broken. You can't do it. You can't do it. No matter how hard the circumstance is, no matter how, yes, we're human, yes, but you cannot allow your faith in God, your faith or whatever you're believing for and standing for, to be broken. You can't do it. Can't do it. If you allow your faith to be broken, and you don't get back on it and confess to God that you allowed your faith to be broken, you're never going to see what you're asking God for to come to pass. It takes faith. This whole Christian journey is a faith journey. I keep saying it. You got to have an attitude faith. You can't let anybody back you down. I don't care who or he is or who she is. You stand, having done all, stand, and don't break faith. Don't ever allow your faith, that's between you and God, to ever be broken. God bless you. You have a wonderful day. You have a blessed day. You have a safe day. Please, please, please continue to wear your mask. Please continue to practice your social distancing, and we'll get through this pandemic. You have a great day. You have a blessed day, wonderful day, a safe day. And whatever you do, no matter what circumstance you're faced today, do not allow it to break your faith. Don't break faith. God bless you. And thanks for tuning in. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. God bless you.